Now it hits me. I'm asking her to give up part of herself. And then the responsibility of that seeps into my belly like a large molten rock. Now, I get it. The world I live in, I get it. The world that she lives in, I get it. What the nature of the reality of this is. And yet, I'm still made aware of this. And now that I'm made aware of this, it's on me. It's on me to move through this process as consciously as possible with her. Probably far slower than I ever even imagined. And I realize that it's taken me 3+ years to let go of my conscious conditioning, what I was supposed to do, how I was supposed to do it. And now all of a sudden, realizing how I get to choose to do it based on what I'm aware of. I'm not trying to train this horse, but as her guardian, I do have a responsibility to take the best care of her. And so now, asking for her feet becomes more of a sacred, I'm not even sure what the right word is. I think just the word in general. Now asking for her foot, I recognize how sacred it is. And I don't take that lightly. I talk with her and I share with her again how sorry I am that she was taken out of the wild and stripped from her people. And I thank her for being willing to show me and share with me this deep remembrance of respect and honoring of her being. And how can I do this in a way where, even though we have to get this done, I can honor and respect her so that she's choosing to allow me to do it. Not necessarily that I'm forcing her to do it. So there's a lot of patience in there. I have to be really, really honest to get out of my human arrogance. Maybe the patience hasn't even been on my side. Maybe the patience has been hers all along in teaching me to remember how to be in right relationship and honor the sacred in every single interaction we have. Maybe she just didn't really fully want to get into that intimate of a relationship until I became the human that she needed me to be. I'm definitely open to seeing that possibility now. And as all these awarenesses are taking place in this 16 by 16 pen that we're standing in together, viewing the Grand Mesa Mountains as her daughter and her son and her partner right outside the fencing, and several other horses are standing around us paying attention to what we're doing. I look up and I notice that at least 15 members of the herd are standing near us or laying down outside the pen. And we're all just hanging out in a sacred pause. The herd is actually holding space for me now, as I've held so much space for them, for their health, for their healing, for their psyches, for their bodies, for their souls. no more, I realize, is there a need to fight with a horse or be protective. I had another bawling session, realizing that where I had been coming from was defensive human. A Mustang mare is quick. They can kick, they can bite, and it'll happen really fast. I don't think it's their deepest intention to hurt us, but if we're not listening properly, and they need to defend themselves, or they need to wake us up because we're not listening, that can happen. And so I find myself bawling because I realize that I've been in protection mode with her. I realize that as a human, I could get hurt. I don't believe that that's her intention, but there are moments where I will need to push her past her comfort zone a bit, and that could trigger her, and she could respond, and her response might be causing me harm, not because she wants to, but she doesn't really want to be pushed past her limits, and I don't blame her. Who would? So now, my bawling is recognizing that not only have I had defenses up to her, even though I didn't think I did, but now I realize the defenses I've had up around my heart since I've lost my 3 animals. I lost my 2 dogs in June and September of 2022, and I lost my horse in July of 2022. And that has put up a heart wall, massive, massive heart wall. And I recognize as I'm standing here before her, realizing the defenses that I had put up around training with her, I also have these heart walls up that haven't fully let her in and fully haven't let me out. And as I'm crying about this and I look out to where the herd is, I see this picture. 15 of the herd members laying down and standing, and all of a sudden we're all in sync, and we're all dropping into this moment in time where what I just realized with Siri was that I had not been coming from my purity and my deepest level of innocence. I had been coming from a guarded place that couldn't fully really allow us to connect in true safety and trust. Why should she trust me? I wasn't fully trusting myself. I wasn't trusting myself that I was trustworthy to her. I wasn't trusting myself that I was safe to her. So why would she want to come forth and really deeply connect with me? I also realized how much I was feeling so ashamed that I haven't been able to get us home, find our home where we can be together. I wasn't trusting myself with money. I wasn't feeling safe with my own power. And here I am, asking this wild being who's got the level of sensitivity that goes far beyond mine, and I'm pretty darn sensitive, to trust me. Lesson learned.